Hello traders, Gary Wagner here just after 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York. It is Thursday, 10th day of October 2019, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. We have seen some moderate to strong downside pressure in both gold and silver today, and a nice move to the upside in U.S. equities. That is all in response to current optimism that the trade negotiations, which began today and will conclude tomorrow, will resolve some issues and come to some resolution. The issue that I have with that optimism is that if we're not going to do a partial trade deal, I cannot see us mending that bridge that has so many factions to it, such as intellectual property being a fair trade rather than a free trade, and other issues that have been completely unresolved up till now. Of course, the big event will happen tomorrow when the Vice Premier of China and President Trump meet. Trump did send out a questionable tweet today, and how that's been interpreted has been both positive as well as negative. Again, he's kind of putting a clog into the wheel, so to speak. But we can say one thing: we will expect to see increased volatility, and nothing is for certain until we hear an announcement one way or the other tomorrow. In the meantime, let's take a look at current pricing. Traders, as you can see, gold did in fact close under pressure, moderate pressure to strong pressure, but below 1,500, and that to me is something that I want to watch closely. Now, it has been hovering around 1,500 for the better part of a week to a week and a half. Currently, we're seeing it down $14.10, $14.9870, and we will want to see what the outcome is of the trade talks tomorrow, because that most certainly will either pick this market back up sharply higher or it could take it lower. And the outcome of these trade negotiations is something that I can honestly tell you is anybody's guess. My sense is that we cannot get a complete trade deal done in 2 days. There are still too many issues. So the question becomes, are they going to be willing to do something partial, maybe just with the currency or whatnot? Now, silver itself, that also closed lower, losing about 1.5% today, 1754. And that was actually aided, along with gold, with a sharply lower dollar, down about 0.4% at 98.41. Let's take a look at our current technical studies. As you can see from our daily candlestick chart, gold is under pressure, did close below the 50-day moving average, which is currently set at 1513, and we've seen this market trade to about its lowest trading point in the last week. However, this is one of the few occasions that I can honestly tell you I am at a loss for words, and what I mean by that is anything I discuss on a technical basis is meaningless when we put it into reference of the ongoing trade talks. If they come out where there is resolution and the trade war is less of a potential threat, so to speak, in terms of it lasting longer, we will see gold trade lower. If in fact they come out at an impasse with not much ground covered, we will see gold move higher. Nonetheless, we can look at these technicals and look at certain areas that we want to watch for. But traders, this is all going to be based upon a fundamental event that is ongoing. And I think what we really want to pay attention to is not so much the statements that come out from the White House, because we're going to hear that they're very, very rosy, but if any concrete accord is reached, because that will be the deciding factor. If there isn't, and they simply said they had a good set of talks, which is what President Trump came out and said just about an hour ago, then I don't really believe it's going to hold the weight as much as if they say we have hit these certain points, we have resolved these issues. And again, unless we're there at that meeting, the only way we're going to find that out is to wait for that news to come out. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the weekly wrap-up and review. Bye-bye.